Hey guys, this is a deck that a friend of mine made for the Lord of the Rings looting card game, and it's for the three core quests that come with the core set. And so yeah, we start off with Bilbo Baggins. First player draws one additional card in the resource phase. By the way, this is a card for single player use mostly, not for multiples. But yeah. Next hero is Thalen. While Thalen is committed to a quest, deal 1 damage, to each enemy as it is revealed by the encounter deck. That is a pretty great ability, especially in the core sets, with a lot of those like high threat and leveling enemies having only 1 hit point. So then we have Prince Imrahil. After a character leaves play, ready Prince Imrahil, limit once per round. And you run a lot of allies in this deck, so it's just great because you get to use them twice. You get the quest, and then you're going to defend with one of your allies, and then you get to come right back with attacking with him. Start with the deck. Three copies of Gandalf. Gandalf's just a beast. You should always run a Gandalf anyway. At the end of the round, discard Gandalf from play, which is not fun, but his effect is after Gandalf enters play, you get to choose either one of these, draw 3 cards, deal 4 damage to one enemy, or reduce your threat by 5, which is just a great card. Next, we have the Erebor Hammersmith. After you play Erebor Hammersmith, return the topmost attachment in any player's discard pile to his hand. Now, I don't necessarily like this card, but my friend always runs this card for some reason. He's a lore player mostly, and he just loves this card. We run 2 copies. Next, we have Miner of the Iron Hills. After Miner of the Iron Hills enters play, choose and discard 1 condition attachment for play. This is a good card, especially when you start buying adventure packs and stuff, because there's a lot of conditions that can either like make you not be able to quest or reduces your strength, reduces your attack and stuff like that. You just don't want it, so it's good. Next, we run 1 copy of the I don't actually know how to say this, Hinemarth River Song. Exhaust Hinemarth River Song to look at the top card of the encounter deck. That is a great ability, especially when you're playing single player. And instead of using Denethor, if you were running Denethor as a hero, you could just use his effect instead of wasting your turn and exhausting a hero for that effect. So, great card. Next, we have 3 veteran Axe Hands. 2 attack, cost 2 resources. Just keep building up your allies, and sooner or later you'll have a pretty strong attack force. So next we run 3 Gondorian Spearmen. He is a Sentinel, which means he can block for anybody, which is a great effect, especially when you're playing for multiple people. After a Gondorian Spearman is declared as a defender, deal 1 damage to the attacking enemy, which is the main reason why he runs this card. And once he leaves play, you get to ready Prince Imrahil, so just great card. Run 3 copies of that. Then we run 2 copies of the Snowborn Scout. With 1 resource, when he enters play, you choose a location. That location automatically gets a progress token on it, which is a great effect. Can be a defender if you want it to be, has 1 defense. I mean, you don't really care too much about this card, it's just one-time use, so, yeah. Then we have the 3 Guard of the Citadels. 1 questing, 1 attack, 2 resources. It's just a versatile card. You can use it for questing or attack. or you can just let it die. I usually just let it die whenever I play with his deck. So, whoops. So yeah. Next we have the Steward of Gondor, which is the best card in the game, in my opinion, because I'm a leadership guy. Attach to hero, attach hero against the Gondor trait. Exhaust Steward of Gondor to add 2 resources to attached hero's resource pool. Great card. Great freaking card. Not much to say about that. Great card. Next, he runs 3 Dunedain warnings. Basically, you attach to a hero, he gets +1 defense. It is a good card, but I don't see any heroes he would want to defend with in this deck. Honestly, I wouldn't want to defend with any of the heroes in this deck. I'd always let my allies die first, or block first. Yeah, he runs 3 copies of that. Next we have 1 Dunedain quest. Attached to a hero, attached hero gains +1 questing. That is a good card, just building up questing. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Next we have 2 or 3 Dunedain marks. Attached to a hero, attached hero gets +1 attack. That is always a great card. You always want to keep building up your attack. I just keep attaching them to Prince Imrahil. Keep building him up and let allies die and just keep attacking Prince Imrahil. 3 copies. Then we have Celebrian Stone. Attached to hero, restricted, attached hero gets +2 questing. We don't run Aragorn, so the bottom part doesn't really concern us. Just a great card. Again, put it on a Prince Imrahil. Just keep questing, let allies die and attack. That's the only thing I really know how to do with this deck. I've only played with it once. Then we have the only attachment for the lore in this deck, which is Protector of Lorien. Attach to your hero. Discard a card from your hand to give attached hero +1 defense or +1 questing until the end of the phase. Great card. You never know when you're gonna need it, and you attach it early. If you ever need either of those effects, you just discard a card and it's all good. Next we have the Blade of Gondolin. Attached to your hero gets +1 attacking when attacking an orc, which most of the enemies in the core set are orc. And after attached hero attacks and destroys an enemy, place 1 progress token on the current quest, which is great. That's just a great card effect. I think you can run 2 of these, but he's only running 1. Good card. Very good card. Next we have the Horn of Gondor. Great card right now. I was going to tell you that right now. After a player leaves play, add 1 resource to attach hero's pool. Great card. Most of this deck is just allies, so I mean it's just a great card. Just keep getting resources, keep paying for allies, and just a good card. That was it for the attachments. Now move on to the events, and we start with Secret Path. Choose a location in the staging area. Until the end of the phase, that location does not contribute its threat. 2 copies of that. It's a good card, and especially in the Dol quest. I think so. When it's something you can't handle, you just automatically play this and you'll be good to go. So yeah. Next we have 2 quick strikes. Exhaust a character control to immediately declare it as an attacker and resolve its attack against an eligible enemy target. That is great. Especially when you know there's a lot of stupid shadow cards in these quests. Just get this monster out of the way so nothing worse happens to you. It's a great card. Run 2 of those. Next we have Fiant, I don't know. Choose an enemy engaged with a player. The enemy cannot attack this phase. Great stall card. Great stall card, especially if they get a shadow effect that makes them like too strong for what you thought it was going to be. Play it. It's, yeah, 2 copies. Next we have the Common Cause Exhaust One Hero you control to choose and ready a different hero. For a cost of nothing, I don't understand why you wouldn't run this in your deck, especially when something stupid happens or you have an event card in your hand that would make someone else more powerful. I don't know, but it just makes sense to run this card. And next we have what is it called? Valiant Sacrifice. After an ally card leaves play, that card's controller draws 2 cards. Great card, especially you can just do this card stupidly. A lot of the times when you play Gandalf, you use its effect, and you use that effect to draw 3 cards. That's usually what I do. Draw 3 cards, and you play this right after it. After that turn, it's just +5 within 1 turn. So I run 2 of those. He runs 2 of those. And then we have the last card, 2 of them, 2 sneak attacks. Put 1 ally card into play from your hand at the end of the phase. If the ally is still in play, return to your hand. Spammable. Both this card and the last card are spammable with Gandalf. It is insane and bad graphics, and I love it with all my heart. Great card. Great card. Alright guys, well, that was it for this deck profile that my friend made. I'll be releasing another one probably tomorrow. It's an Aragorn deck. I love leadership, so. But thanks for watching. Please like and comment on how you think this video is, and thank you.